Alright, YouTube, we back. It's your boy Aziz, rhymes with disease, back for another video, and I hope everybody is doing good. I'm just getting back on here to not only continue the growth of this channel, spread more knowledge, but to also take you guys on my journey of self-improvement, consistency, and dedication to not only helping myself grow, but for helping all young men who are in this world grow and learn and also understand what they need to do to become better. Apologies if there's any background noise. My little brother is playing on his Switch, but let's go somewhere quiet so we can talk about this video.
All right, guys, we are back looking even better, bodies getting bigger, and that is why I'm just here to just dive straight into this video. I feel very proud of myself because I'm here to not only tell you, but to also share with you guys the many reasons why you need to stop doing this certain habit. A lot of guys have this habit. I have this habit technically, but I am self-aware enough to understand what it's been doing to me and how it's been holding me back. So I'm here to tell you now that I am 2 days free from fapping and or watching porn. Why is that such a big accomplishment, you ask? Because although I am not the type who does this behavior every day, I have also seen how this behavior has been something that has held me back both with women and has held me back mentally. A lot of guys like women. A lot of guys can't get women. A lot of guys watch porn. With those three things being in tandem for us men, especially in this day and age, it's a lot harder for certain men to control their urges, especially with how sexualized the society we live in has become. Porn is everywhere, on Facebook, on Twitter, on your TV, on your phone, on your laptop, even at the school you go to. With the type of clothing that a lot of young females and women you see around you prefer to wear, the sexualization of our society has become so erratic. It's very hard to pinpoint and or mentally determine and say what's good and what's crossing the line. But unfortunately, as a man, it's not for us to really say what's crossing the line. It's more for us to understand that yes, we as men like sex, but we need to control ourselves, we need to control our minds, and we need to above all control our sexual urges. I've been reading a book called Think and Grow Rich, and in one of the chapters it describes how sexual energy is one of the most powerful and widespread energy there is, and I 100% believe that, and it agrees in tandem with what's going on in this society. A lot of men nowadays struggle with women. Why do they struggle with women? They struggle with women because a lot of guys, in the way that they were raised and how they were taught to treat women, it doesn't correlate with how a lot of men go about attracting women and or getting into relationships. We were raised in a certain way and told to behave in a certain way that unfortunately for a lot of us does not guarantee we will get into a relationship. With that being said, a lot of guys resort to, and myself included, have taken the easy route because as humans we go towards the path of least resistance. We have chosen to not only watch porn, consume sexualized content via anime, hentai, or other sources, and do the things that will keep us where we are by not only limiting our beliefs when it comes to women, but also choosing to not do what a lot of men need to do in order to get what they really want, which is a relationship with a real physical woman. A lot of guys, including myself, in the past have struggled with approaching, talking to, and or analyzing what needs to be done in order to become attractive to a female. I'm here to tell you because although myself personally, I've never been in a relationship, I can confidently say I've seen certain changes with how I've behaved that have shown me that you need to do certain things in order to get certain results. A lot of guys complain about and have issues with how women are nowadays, but they're not as concentrated with what's wrong with them themselves. Yes, I'm here to help a lot of guys, but I'm also here to tell you the harsh reality because you are a man, and with the logical brain you have, you will understand what I'm about to say. No matter what you do, I don't care what's going on, what you've been through, what you're currently going through, who's in your life, who's not in your life, or what anyone has ever told you. The reason why you have a lot of issues is because you lack ambition, and by lack ambition meaning you're not striving hard enough to be the best version of yourself, and you also are taking and listening to very bad advice. A lot of guys would and should take and or hear a lot of content from the red pill space. Yes, I said the red pill space. Why did I say that? I said that because even me, myself, I've been able to take and or understand a lot of the things that have been told to me throughout the red pill space. You need to, as a man, work harder and develop yourself in all areas. You need to be physically fit. You need to be financially stable or striving to be financially stable, while also understanding how women think and operate in the year 2025. The women that you want do not think the same way your mom or your grandma or even your sister probably thinks about you. You need to understand that these women have a very different viewpoint than a lot of the modern day women you see both at school and both that you deal with. With that being said, it's up to you as a man to understand the differences between you and women, and also know that you are in a completely different playing field. You need to stop watching porn. Why do you need to stop watching porn? Because it is hindering you from becoming the best version of yourself. The more you watch porn, the less you think about being better. Because as you release the dopamine from coming and ejaculating, you also do not do what you need to do in order to get the positive dopamine from progress and actual growth. As I'm making these YouTube videos, as I'm going to the gym, and as I'm doing things that actually give me something physical and something to hold on to, I gain massive amounts of confidence because it shows me that I have the skills and the ability to not only do something, but also create something. And the reason why a lot of guys are striking out with women and also not confident enough to approach a lot of women is because they do not have the self-belief that they are able to do so. They're living within a scarcity mindset because the things that they even do in their daily lives contradict what they should be doing to get to where they want to be. A lot of guys have goals and aspirations, but what they do on a daily basis counteracts what they should do, so they don't have the confidence to even go and or approach things or situations that could possibly be out of their comfort zone, and also give them the reassurance that they have the ability to do X, Y, and Z. So if you're somebody who doesn't do A, B, C, D, such as go to the gym, work on yourself, or you're somebody who is very easily distracted and puts off tasks that will help you get better, you're not going to be able to, as soon as you see a girl that you like out in public, have the confidence to just randomly go up to her, because at the same time, you don't have the confidence to tackle those certain challenges in your own personal life that keep you where you currently are. But in order to do that, you need to be ambitious and you need to put yourself in uncomfortable positions. The moment you start to work out, the moment you start to improve on your physique, which is the number one thing every guy should do, it is the moment that you see a lot of the issues that most people have and how to combat them. A lot of the issues that people have stem with the fact that they don't go to the gym, and it stems with the fact that they aren't working on themselves and doing what they're supposed to be doing. That's why I'm using this video as a way to show you and tell you how even me, being 2 days free from no fapping and not watching porn, has shown me what I need to do in order to build the confidence to be able to go out and approach women. I am somebody who loves being a gentleman, who likes being nice and approaching people in certain ways, but I've seen how in order for me to be able to do that, I need to be attractive, and I also need to be smarter about how I approach women. No, not every girl that you approach is going to be somebody who likes you. No, not all the time are you going to approach somebody and you're going to get the response that you want. But the fact that you were able to approach that girl, the fact that you put yourself in an uncomfortable position and you were able to do what you wanted to do in your head will build up more confidence for you to do it repeatedly. And the more you do it, the more opportunities you have at meeting somebody who quite possibly could be the person you may end up with. But the less you do it and the less confidence you have, that is when you don't do anything at all. They say you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, and you will always not even take those shots because you don't have the confidence to do so. And if you need the confidence, it starts with you understanding and being self-aware enough to know that you have to quit and or start doing certain behaviors. If you are somebody who struggles with women, you need to build up your own confidence. How are you going to build up your own confidence? I'm going to tell you the first and number one way that you should build your confidence, because it has helped me, somebody who is skinny, is by going to the gym. Going to the gym is the number one way to not only increase your confidence, but start changing your life, because it gives you the mental fortitude and the ability to think and understand what it means to do something for yourself, because you have the confidence and understanding that you were able to change your physical appearance. I will show you, I'll put a picture of what I look like now, and that is a proof of what I'm telling you. I, myself, Aziz, as I'm telling you, I'm 25 years old. No, I've never had a girlfriend, but I am 100% the most confident I've ever been in my entire life, because I've been able to do certain things that I've always thought about doing, but never taken action on. No, I'm not the best content creator. No, I'm not the best looking, but I look better than I've ever been in my entire life, and I'm starting to do something that I've always thought I'd be good at, which is creating content. And the only way for me to get better, the only way for me to actually see the goals that I have for myself is to start. If you're somebody who has issues with women, you need to start by doing the things that will actually make you more attractive to women. You need to be physically fit. You need to be more attractive. If you have bad skin, you need to work on it. You need to actually develop a skincare routine and put in effort. A lot of guys go on certain shows. I've seen the Fit X Fearless show, Fit X Fearless show. There are a lot of guys who go on there and ask for advice. There are men who go on these live streams and get help from top tier men who they would quote unquote like to be. But at the same time, those same men see the deficiencies that they have within themselves. They know these things, but they're not putting in the effort in order to get to where they want to be. So how can you as a man want certain goals, want certain things in your life, but not put in the effort to be there? If you're like me, who's wanted a great physique, but you've never put in the effort to go to the gym, understand nutrition, or start lifting even a 10-pound dumbbell, you do not deserve to be where you want to be. That's why you currently are where you are. A lot of guys are not putting in effort, and I'm telling you, the more that you do these bad habits such as gooning, fapping, and watching pornography, the more you will not have the confidence to even approach girls or start doing things that will change your life, because you're constantly doing things that you shouldn't be doing. Deep down, even me, myself, every time that I've done it and every time that I finish, you get that mental clarity, that post-nut clarity. You know yourself that you should not have done what you just did, but you keep doing it because it's easier than putting in effort, such as going to the gym, approaching a girl and getting rejected, or possibly striking out with the one girl that you may like. But at the same time, you deep down wish you could touch her body. You deep down wish you could kiss her. You deep down wish you could take her out on a date. And you also deep down wish that you could spend more time with her. But how could you do that when you're not even putting in the effort to try? You literally are not doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you want that girl that you like so much to look at you and choose you. Why would she choose you when you don't choose you? Start doing what you're supposed to be doing. Stop fapping, because it's decreasing your confidence. It's keeping you in a position of self-doubt. It's telling you mentally that you're not capable of doing what you're supposed to be doing. And it's also taking away your confidence every single time. Your confidence is like a video game health meter. The more you do certain things to not only hinder yourself, the less confidence you have in that meter. So as you keep fapping day to day or even hour by hour, because there are some guys who multiple times a day fap, you decrease that bar of confidence by so much that by the end of the night or by the end of the year, you're going to be at 0. And only when you start doing certain things such as going to the gym, increasing your confidence, learning new skills, doing what you're supposed to be doing, and working on yourself in all areas possible, will that confidence meter go up. The more you do things like that, the more you will be able to conquer those challenges that you feel so scary deep down. Even me, as I'm tackling the challenges of creating content, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Snapchat, link in the description. I am showing you each and every day why I'm striving hard to be where I'm supposed to be. This video is another example, and this video is why I'm telling you guys you need to stop fapping. It is hindering you so much. I'm 2 days free and 2 days because I have finally chosen to 100% stop. 100% stop. I've chosen to stop. And now I'm telling every single young guy, I'm 25 myself, so it's not too late for you if you're either older or younger or the same age as me. You can change your life, you can change your mindset, and you can change how you deal with women, but it all starts with you. The choice to be better starts with you. So I want you to put in the effort to get to where you want to be. I want you to stop doing those things that you know you shouldn't be doing. And I want you to start putting in effort to create the life and the lifestyle that you want. If you have any questions, drop a comment, send me a DM on Instagram or Snapchat, follow me on TikTok, and always refer back to this video if you have any issues or want to go back to fapping. I am here to not only tell you, but be a good representation of why you need to stop these things. If you have dreams of having a physique like this, I'm going to put a picture above. You need to start putting in effort and stop doing the things that are hindering you. With that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you in the next video.